Hello, Aquarius. My name is Echo, and welcome to your February reading for 2025. We're going to throw some tarot cards here for you, but while I'm shuffling, I just want to talk about a few things that are going on this month. We are starting with a new moon in your sign in Aquarius, and the new moon is the time for setting new intentions on what it is you want to bring about until the full moon comes to fruition at the end of the month. So, if you have any intentions or any plans, anything you want to get to work on, go ahead and sit down, put those through, think about them, maybe put them on a vision board, put them in a journal. And so you can start getting those wheels in motion, just give that a little bit of focus. We also have Mars in retrograde it started in December and it's going to go until February 23rd. Mars is the planet of action and aggression. And in retrograde, it is closer to the Earth, so the impact is really, really strong. So at this time, it's hanging out in Cancer. So this is going to impact home and family, things of a personal nature. Just be mindful of that before you take action, Aquarius. Think before you speak, which is never really an issue for you. You're an air sign. You're usually in your head anyway, 2 and 3 steps ahead of the game. But just take note, if you feel a little aggravated at this time, it's okay. You're not the only one. It's perfectly natural. So let's get started with a little rune card here to get you going. You have Kanaz. Kanaz is the fiery energy of creation. So whatever it is you're looking to put thought into, dear Aquarius, be sure that you're taking the action to put those things down, because right now it's like a spark that bursts into a flame, and you can't think of the plans that you want and keep all those beautiful thoughts in your head, because if you don't take action on them later down the line, and I'm not saying right off the bat, maybe a couple days in as we progress, you're not going to go anywhere, right? You gotta turn thoughts into action. So without further ado, let's continue. We're going to draw a animal spirit oracle deck for you. I have Swan, time for a deep dive. So it may mean that you're going to have to take some chances as we progress through the month, Aquarius. You may need to move forward in ways that you're not particularly comfortable with, but you recognize the need for them. Like I said, you're usually 2 and 3 steps ahead, so it's not a big issue for you, but do so with grace, right? Don't jump in both feet, splash into like a rain puddle or anything, that kind of energy. Maybe dip the toe in the pool, test the water a little bit, and then go back in, okay? So if you're looking to take chances on new things, really dig deep with yourself and draw inward, because swans are affiliated with water, and the heart space goes to water energy as well. So check in with yourself and make sure that the plans you're making aren't all head energy and they really do matter to you. And they really are something that resonates with you, okay? Because you're not looking to be anyone's puppet at this time. From the Butterfly Oracle deck, you have sobriety. Now, this can talk about substances. Some people celebrate sobriety after long stints dealing with things that influence them, like drugs or alcohol. And if that is you, that is amazing. Good for you, Aquarius. I'm so happy that you could buckle down and really fight for yourself on that. But it also talks about sobriety of breaking away from everyday things that stress us out. This could be anything in our everyday diet that isn't really working for us. This could be anything that we've been pouring way too much of ourselves into to the point it lets it control us. This could be relationships, social media, the way we juggle work, things like that. So a very sobering experience. I'm hearing that phrase for some reason. A sobering experience is typically something that just kind of shocks us into reality, right? Because it's like, bam, it's a whole new way of living. But from this, I'm really getting more a vibe of you're looking to draw away from those things. So let's just continue, because however it is, I'm getting this vibe that like you didn't get what you wanted in a situation, like maybe something was working for you in the past. And this is a very past energy. I'm just getting this vibe. Something didn't work for you. You thought it was helping you out, but it didn't work out. So you're looking to let that go now. And now you are going to find something that does kind of vibe with you. This could be in any area of life, Aquarius. It could be job. It could be relationship. It could be the home space. Just needing to do some feng shui. Anything like that. Okay. So just take that for what it is. If anything in this reading, for this matter, if anything doesn't resonate with you, feel free to leave it behind, because not everything is going to be for everybody, right? Next, you have take risks, which is what we did talk about with the deep dive card. So, if you do feel the need to stretch outside of your comfort zone a little bit, there's nothing wrong with that, Aquarius, because that is how we grow, right? We as humans tend to stay in our little comfort zone, in our little bubble. And it's nice when you can do that and continue to flow in a way that makes the day to day rewarding. But when you get into that sort of stagnation, it's time for a change, right? So don't be afraid to take risks and move on to things that really resonate with you. Step outside your comfort zone now and then, because those are the things that give you returns. Okay, this is how we grow and gain new experiences. Next, you have faith. So this is the worm moon, which is, I think, the one in September. So moving into like a warmer energy, okay? Finding a new comfort zone, right? What were you just talking about? Comfort zones. So as you go forward and take these chances and pour your beautiful self into what you want to come out of February, just have a little faith, right? If you're not seeing rewards right away, just know that they're coming. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, they say, right? Have a little faith in yourself and your creative energy. We did have K-Nas, after all. You do have the fire. Have a little faith in yourself and your own creative energy before you go stressing too much, because you don't see a whole lot right off the bat. Okay, something tells me this is going to be a very powerful month for you. Very powerful, like big changes happening here. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw some tarot. Here you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands are all about conflict, all right? With the woman, obviously, being burned at the stake. Yikes. She is being burned at the stake, but she has the rune Isa above her, which is all about like a very still, icy energy, right? She is bound to that pole. But if you notice, she is shouting at these people who are getting ready to take her down. And she is likely shouting a spell or a curse, because she does look pretty upset in this card. I'm not saying that you're upset at this time. You may be, because there's a fiery energy in the astrology, like we talked about, and there may be a fiery energy about you, but you are standing firm in the things that you know are going to yield results, okay, in your own creative power, because wands are a fiery energy, and that's a great way to start, actually. This card, the Five of Wands, typically does talk about conflict. So whatever it is, you do feel conflicted, but you are standing firm in your creative ability to take on that conflict. What's crossing you, this could be in a way that's helping you or vexing you, is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is actually heartbreak in most decks, and it talks about the things that bother you, the things that get you down, maybe literal heartbreak from a relationship. But if you notice in this card, he also has the rune Dagas, and as I'm looking at this, it actually mirrors here and here, just the way this card is laying. Did not play on that, I promise. But Dagas talks about for every night there is a day, okay? For everything that comes down the line, there is something that comes after a new beginning. So if you feel a little broken down and beaten right now, just know that things will get better. It's just a weird energy we're in right now, right? And you're a forward thinker anyway, so meh, let it go. Water off a duck, right? Here we are again talking about waterfowl. Yeah, don't let it get you down, Aquarius, because you're better than that. You're smarter than that, and you know, there's no point to stressing about it. There's no point. Next, you have the King of Pentacles in your base energy, or King of Shields, as he's called in this deck. This is about trying to strive for your highest good, Aquarius, and that's definitely just how you roll anyway, because you're always looking for the best outcome in everything you do. I mean, who would intentionally pave the way for disaster, right? You're looking to get the best outcome from what you're doing right now and get returns on everything you're doing. This is your base energy, your base level, your bare minimum. You are not settling, okay? You're going to do what needs to be done in order to be the king that you are. So, and that's non-gender specific, but that's just what you're going with, you know? You're looking for what gives you returns, what makes you feel valued, or gives you actual value, such as in like monetary value. Next to you, you have the Four of Cups, or in this case, Four of Horns. The figure in this card is actually sitting, he's beside this tree, and he's got those horns, almost like a Pan or like Lokian type figure. But he's got these majestic unicorns in the background. You think he would be elated, right? There's this beautiful, majestic creature that's supposed to be super rare and magical, sitting right there, right? But he's just kind of meh, okay? He's just daydreaming on what he can get better. So you're definitely looking to create something that does work for you on an emotional level, right? And right now, it's not like you're totally down in the dirt, but you're dissatisfied on some level. And that's okay, Aquarius, because that's where we see what needs fixing, right? Because life is not the happily ever after some people like to paint it out to be, like in those little movies we watched when we were children. It's a battle, right? It's a fight. It's an everyday get up and go. And when you get knocked down, get back up again. Crowning you, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and there's your King of Pentacles. So the knight is the one that goes forward and does the writing to obtain what's needed for his king, right? So again, non-gender specific, he, she, them, they would, anything you want to go by is the knight on this horse. They're going after what the King of Pentacles wants, the base energy. Crowning you is meaning that it's right at your highest vibration when you're taking that ride, when you're making things give you returns, okay? And the pentacles are in earth energy. So you're very aware of what it is you need to do to take action at this time to get the things you're looking for. I hope that made sense. Because we are talking about your new moon, the beginning of bringing things about that you're looking to come to fruition in the full moon. So this is where you're at. You are taking action on your plans, and that's great because we did say you can't stay in your headspace, right? And your immediate outcome from this is the Ace of Swords. This is eerily similar to parts of my Virgo reading. If you want to go back and watch that, if you Virgo in your chart, that may strike a chord too. With any reading, I just want to throw this in there, a little disclaimer from any tarot reader at all, not just me. Be sure to watch your rising sign first, because that's going to resonate with those aha moments. But then your sun sign and moon sign and all that comes secondary, and I'll tell you why. Because this is the sun and moon and all that is the base level you're playing on and who you are now, but you're looking to go to a higher vibration, right? And that's why we aspire to our ascendant, because those are where those aha moments kind of live. But you're an Aquarius. You probably already knew that. So the immediate energy that comes from these actions you're taking is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is all about striking out in a victorious way, kind of conquering a situation, right? Getting the better of it. So you are going to conquer from the actions you're taking because you've already decided you're dissatisfied, okay? You're tired of feeling beat down and you want better. So you're going to take action and you're going to get those victories, Aquarius. And that's fantastic. I love that for you because we always like to see rewards and they may kind of creep in. I'm getting a vibe, not hit like a windfall. They may kind of creep in. But whatever doesn't work for you, if a person or a situation is kind of shifty and interchangeable and shifting vibes on you, leave that behind because that's weight that will hold you back, okay? I don't see too much of that for you, but it just so you know, it can arise. If something doesn't resonate, don't settle, keep going. In what you're bringing to this reading, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is all about the choice, okay? The choices that we have. So the person in this card is cradling someone that they love in the middle, and they've got all these choices being offered to them, almost like a celebration or like gifts, new things to bring to the joy that they already have. But just know that every time someone offers a cup doesn't mean it's necessarily for you, okay? You don't have to take everybody's cup. Sometimes you might take a cup that is generous, but it might have strings attached, or the cup might be poison. Then again, you might turn around and you've got this other cup. Again, cups are water, emotional energy. And it's someone who is absolutely vibing with you and whatever it is you're trying to create. So just think before you take action on anything that's being offered to you at this time. But given that this is in your energy, you're already approaching choices with a very thoughtful energy. So I love that. What's coming to you, the energy that is being offered by Spirit, is the Four of Pentacles or Four of Shields. This is a very restful energy. Now, the burning, let me explain. The burning ship in the background may be alarming because if my ship was on fire, I'd probably be freaking out a little bit. But it's actually, if you're looking at Norse and Viking tradition, like this deck is, it's actually a person going to their final rest. And not every burial was this way. Contrary to what Hollywood like us to believe, it was only reserved for like the very finest, very high status individuals, like a jarl or, excuse me, somebody super important, okay, and usually of good wealth. So there is Spirit is telling you be sure to take rest when you need it, because there is fiery energy going on in here. There is creation, but be sure to take rest when you need it. And do it in a way that works for you. Okay. I don't know why I'm tripping over that. It seems a little weird that I'm tripping over that, almost like something's hung up, and I can't quite say it. It's like you're going to be doing some work, okay? But just be sure to take the downtime when you need it, right? Next, in your position of hopes and fears, this is way similar to the the Virgo's reading that I did for February. It is like freaking me out. You have the Seven of Swords. So in the Seven of Swords, this is about, some people call it a liar, cheater, stealer energy. I'm not really getting that for you, but in here, this individual, if you can see this, is taking two swords away from the figures in the background, leaving them with the five. This does give him a little bit of advantage, but not a whole lot, because those men in the back are still looking for him. They do still have swords, all right? They will come after him. They're already seeming to look for him as he, hides behind this rock just outside of camp. So this may also indicate not necessarily a lighter cheater stealer energy. Like I said, I don't get that from you. This may mean that you're changing tactics in a conflicting situation, kind of switching your game up. And yeah, that's all I get from that. So given that this is in your hope and fear space, it says to me that you're a little worried that someone may be a little shifty, or the tactics that you're using, are they going to work out? And you're hoping for the best on that. I don't think you really have to worry about it, Aquarius. You're pretty level-headed, because you're future oriented, and it's like an inner knowing, right? You don't really fly by the seat of your pants because you don't know what you're doing. You are the air sign who's very aware of the steps they're taking, and that's why you voice them to other people, because again, Swords and Aquarius are both air sign, right? Communications. The overall outcome of this reading is the 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Shields. The individuals in this card are going out on a raid. And from the looks of it, they've got some spoils already, or they're looking to get those spoils, because 10 of Pentacles is having enough, having everything you need, moving forward into, I guess you could say, the total fruition of what you want. Okay, this card is the total fruition of what you want is now becoming yours. Okay, so this is the overall energy, and I love this. And it does speak again of the material plane. Pentacles again are an earth sign. So I just want to go forward with a little bit more in the reading. What does Aquarius maybe not see in February? We'll just do one card on this one. We don't want to overcomplicate it. The Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is a watery energy. Lots of water popping up here. Is a watery energy that speaks to surprises. Okay, so you may have a couple of surprises coming to even you, the forward thinker, in February. This may be an offer of love. This may be somebody who has a secret admirer coming to you, who has a bit of a soft spot for you, so to speak. If it seems like they're a little dodgy, or you're just not interested, just let them down easy. Conversely, somebody may be avoiding you, and you're not really sure why, and it's put you in a little bit of emotional spot, because that's kind of the surprise. Don't let it get you down. Just take it with a grain of salt and keep on trucking. Things will be as they're meant to be, and I totally believe that, because I've been through enough to tell you the left field hooks are usually the ones that knock us back for a loop, but teach us the most, right? And don't worry about that. That's not to say it's a bad thing. Some of the best lessons come unexpectedly. So what blessings do we have for Aquarius in February? I have the Knight of Wands, and I love this. The Knight of Wands is a very fiery, passionate energy, okay? He is looking to make some stuff happen, and he's going to charge into battle to make that come to fruition. So you have this sort of fiery energy backing you up, Aquarius. You have a bit of passion in you, and this can come forward as aggression at times if something irks you or throws a monkey wrench in your plans. But again, chalk that up to Mars and take it with a grain of salt and just let it roll off of you. You're an intellectual. You know better than to just feed into that energy. So what advice do we have for my beautiful Aquarius at this time? we have the Nine of Shields or Nine of Pentacles. Given that this is your advice, and below her she has that rune, and above her she has another rune. Below is Uruz. Uruz, that is the rune of strength and foundations. Again, another earth card. We're talking about the pentacles. Um, and she's base level. This is my kingdom. She's likely the jarl sitting on this throne and all this, to be honest, where she's at with the very decorated shields and the spears and swords that represent her power. And above her is a thorisas. This is actually the sign of thorn. Now that could be, or spear, that could be the thorn or spear that you wield to get what you want, but it could also be the thorn or spear that comes at you. So the advice is to just be wary of anyone that's coming at you. You have the strength and the know-how to use that thorn or spear to prick anyone who comes your way, okay? You have the know-how. Just be wary that none of this is coming back on you and you don't take it too far. If you have a problem, solve it, be done with it, right? That's done and over, because you don't need to waste your time on things, okay? I love this reading for you. There's a lot of new inspiration. There's a lot of energy, a lot of reward after the difficulties you're putting in. February is going to be a little bit hairy, but own your power. It's rough for everybody right now, and you are the tactician, right? You are the alchemist. You are the person who can get things done in a way other people cannot even touch, okay? Mad scientist if you need it. When you feel like irked, go full mad scientist, okay? How can I create from this? Thank you so much for joining me for this reading, Aquarius. This is beautiful. I wish you a happy February. My name is Echo, and I look forward to seeing you next time.